Welcome back once again, all of my low carb friends, and for those of you who are here for the first time, welcome. Being on a low carb diet, fast food is pretty much a no-no. There's very few things on a fast food menu that you can actually eat on a low carb diet. But sometimes, especially when you're first starting on your keto journey, you just crave certain fast foods and nothing else is going to satisfy that craving. So today I am going to show you how to make probably one of the most favorite fast food burgers out there, and that is the great and mighty McDonald's Big Mac. Today I'm going to show you how to make a keto version of the Big Mac sauce so that you can get that Big Mac craving satisfied without all the garbage that goes into a Big Mac. So if you want a printable version of this video, you can check out my website at janet'sdeliciouslowcarbkitchen.com. You can find a printable version of this recipe and other goodies there for you. And if you're new to the channel and you want to see lots of easy, delicious keto recipes, make sure you click that subscribe button and click the notification bell that's right next to the subscribe button. That way you can be notified every time I put out videos every Wednesday and Saturday. And if you'd like to help support the channel, make sure you scroll down in the description of the video. You'll see some affiliate links. Anytime you purchase anything using those affiliate links, a small portion of your purchase will go to me and help support the channel. So, while you do all that, let's get cooking. In a medium mixing bowl, combine a half cup of mayonnaise, 2 tablespoons of keto ketchup. I'll put a link in the description to my keto ketchup. 1 tablespoon of white or apple cider vinegar. I'm using apple cider vinegar. It gives a little bit more of a sweet tang than white vinegar does. Add 1 tablespoon of keto relish. Stick around to the end of the video and I'll give you a really quick recipe on how to make sweet refrigerator keto pickles and relish. Otherwise, you can look for a relish that has no sugar added. If you do that, just make sure you look at the ingredients and the carbs and make sure that everything is keto friendly in it. Add 1/4 teaspoon of onion powder, or you can also add about a half tablespoon of freshly grated onions instead of the onion powder if you want a little bit more of a chunky sauce. Add an 1/8 teaspoon of pepper and a half teaspoon of the sweetener of your choice. I'm using golden monk fruit sweetener because I like a little bit of that brown sugar type flavor to it, but you can use regular granulated sweetener if you want to. That's up to you how you want that to taste. You can also leave this out completely if you don't want a slightly sweet flavor to your sauce. Use a fork and stir everything all together until it is completely combined and the relish is evenly distributed throughout the sauce. Then place the sauce in the refrigerator and refrigerate it for at least 1 to 2 hours before you use it. This helps the flavor to set all in. You can use it right away if you want to, but really if you want the best flavor, then you do need to refrigerate it for at least 1 to 2 hours. After it's been refrigerated and the flavor is all set in, when you're ready to use it, place about 1.5 to 2 tablespoons of the sauce on the top portion of a bottom bun. Then top that bottom bun with a thin beef patty and some melted cheese on top of the beef patty. If you're just wanting a single layer, once you add that beef patty and cheese, you can put some add-ins on it if you want to. And then just top it with a top bun. However, if you're wanting more of the traditional Big Mac style, then on top of that thin patty with cheese, you would place another bottom bun and top that bun with another 1/2 to 1 tablespoon of the Big Mac sauce. Then place another patty with melted cheese on it on top of that bottom bun. Then if you want to, you can just put the top bun on top. However, if you do want more of the traditional Big Mac style of a burger, then you would add some shredded lettuce, a little bit of minced onions, and some dill pickles. I like to throw on a tomato, but traditionally a Big Mac doesn't have a tomato, but that's up to you. Then you would place a top bun on top. I like to pop this back in the microwave for another 15 to 20 seconds just to warm the buns and really melt the cheese and everything all together. I will be putting out a separate video for the keto sesame buns that I'm using here. Also the burger patties that I'm using. I bake my burger patties because it drains out the grease better in my opinion. So I will be putting another video out that has both the sesame seed buns and the baked burgers. For the keto refrigerator sweet pickles, in a small pan over medium heat, combine 240 milliliters or about 1 cup of white vinegar or apple cider vinegar. I'm using apple cider vinegar. Personally, I prefer the taste of apple cider vinegar, plus it has a lot of nutritional value to it. So it adds a lot more of nutritional value to your pickles. 96 grams or a half cup of the sweetener of your choice. I'm using golden monk fruit sweetener because I prefer a brown sugar taste to my pickles. If you just want a traditional sweet pickle taste, then just use granulated sweetener of your choice. You can also use more or less of the sweetener depending on how sweet you want your pickles. Add 4 ounces or a half cup of water. Add 1 tablespoon of salt. I know this seems like a lot of salt, but in order to pickle something, you do need a fairly good amount of salt. So it's not going to make your pickles taste like salt. It is specifically for helping your pickles to pickle properly. Add a 1/4 teaspoon of celery seed. This adds a little bit more flavor to your pickles. Then stir the mixture over medium heat for about 2 to 3 minutes or until the mixture is hot and the sweetener has fully dissolved. Make sure you do not bring this up to a boil. If you allow this to boil, then it'll start to become syrupy and you're not wanting a syrup over your pickles. You're wanting just kind of a pickling type juice to pour over your pickles. Remove it from the heat and set it aside for a little bit. Allow it to cool for about 7 to 10 minutes or until it is room temperature or just barely warm. Slice 1 medium cucumber into thin slices, then place it into a large mason jar or a medium-sized bowl that has an airtight lid. Chop about 3 green onions into very small pieces, then add the chopped onions to your jar. Chop 1 mini sweet pepper into thin strips. Then add the bell pepper strips to the jar. Then carefully pour the pickling juice over the vegetables. You want to make sure that all of your vegetables are submerged into the pickling juice. Put an airtight lid onto the jar, then place it in the refrigerator for at least 2 hours. This will keep in the refrigerator for about 4 weeks or so. If you are wanting to make this into a relish, then all you need to do is place your desired amount of pickles into a food processor and pulse it a few times until it is your desired consistency. Eat and enjoy.
And that's our recipe of the day. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did and you want to see more videos like this, make sure you click that thumbs up like button, click that subscribe button, leave me a comment if you want to. Let me know if there's any recipes that you'd like to learn how to make, and I'll do what I can to get those out there for you. And as always, keep cooking.